Okay, so let's start fetching the videos we need. So, okay, I'm gonna go back to videos list right here. And just like in news list, we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. We're gonna do a function that takes a request with a start and an end, and we will get things when component will mount. Good, same idea. Now there's something off right here that I didn't show you before because, this is Latin. So it's kind of hard to notice when you're reading a language that you don't understand. But with videos, we're going to have images. So the error is going to be a little bit simpler to see. I'm going to go back right here to videos list. I'm going to create this function that is going to make the request. So it's going to be request equal to, and we take the start and we take the end. Now, if you notice, we have the card info right here. We have the card info. So we need to get the list of teams. So just like we did before, we're going to do an if, open and close, and we're going to say this dot state dot teams, and then length, just like that. And we're going to be, length. There we go. And we're going to check if it's less than 1. So if we already load this, we are not going to do it. So it's going to be axios.get, open and close, and template strings. We're going to fetch the URL that we need, and this is going to be inside teams. And after the promise gets resolved, I'm going to say then, and I'm going to say response. It's going to be equal to open and close this dot set state, open and close. And at this point, everything should be familiar to you. This is going to be, we're going to be setting the state of teams with response.data. Just like we did before. Good. I'm gonna go right here at the bottom, and I'm gonna create the code that will fetch the videos. So we're gonna say axios.get, open and close, and we're gonna say URL. Good. It's gonna be / and we're gonna fetch the list from videos, and we're gonna have a start that is gonna be equal to whatever we have inside start, and then we're gonna have an end underscore end is going to be equal to whatever we have inside end. Good. This will return a promise. So we're going to say then, and then response. And if you don't know about promises and everything else, don't worry. We will discuss the promises and everything else as we advance through the course. But for now, we notice that this will do the fetch, and it will return something. And inside this something, which is the promise, we have our answer. Our response. So we're going to set the state, set state, open and close, and then we're going to say videos, open and close, and remember that we have a previous state of videos right here. So we're going to do state dot videos. Yeah, it's videos. There we go. And then we're going to put the new articles. Response.data. Okay, this looks right. At least, yeah, it looks right. Of course, we're gonna have a problem right here. Maybe you can you decipher this. So we're gonna say axios. I say axio is axios. So we have the request. The only thing that we need to do right now is gonna do the component will mount, open and close, and we're gonna be doing this request. We're gonna be triggering. Request, and we're gonna pass the start, and we're gonna pass the end. So it's this dot state dot start and comma, and then this dot state dot end. Okay. Looks kind of good. So I'm gonna go right here on the inside the return, and I'm gonna console log this dot state dot videos just to make sure that we are getting the correct data, that we are getting the articles. So yeah, we get the articles. That's good. That works. So okay, so what do we need to do right now? We have the list of videos that we want to render. We need to create a function right here in the middle that is going to be displaying the cards. So okay, I'm going to create this function. So it's going to be this dot render and then videos, open and close. Now remember that we have a type. We have a type that it's going to be card. So we need to use it in order to get whatever we want. So I'm going to go right here before the load more, And I'm gonna be creating this render videos function, render and then videos. So it's gonna be equal to nothing, open and close. Right. So again, we have a problem because we are setting that we want a type of card, but what happens if we want something else? In this project, we only have cards, but we could have something else. So we need to set everything ready. So I'm going to create a template. So it's going to be let and then template. It's going to be equal to null for now. And again, we're going to do this switch, open and close, and we're going to be checking for this.props.type. So if the type it's card, we're going to do something. Open card. And then of course, never forget to do the break. And if you have a default case, we need to pass it. Default, and the template is going to be equal to null. Just like we did before. And now at the end of this, we need to return something. So we say return template. Good. So now we need to create this template. I'm going to do it on a kind of a little bit different than we did before. Now on the previous section in the news list, we were creating the template right here. But I'm going to show you something else that you could do. You can create a component, maybe in a different file, that it's not a file that contains a switch and different templates. You can just create a component that contains the code we need. So I'm going to do this right now. It's going to be videos and then template. So this videos template, in order to render, it needs some information like the data that we want to display, the articles, and the themes, because each card has a theme. Okay, so I'm going to say data is going to be equal to this dot state dot videos, and then we're going to have the theme. So we're going to pass the themes. It's going to be this dot state dot themes, and then we close it. We don't have this component, so of course it's going to fail. We're going to create it right now. I'm going to go to videos list right here, videos list, and I'm going to create a new file that is going to be called whatever you want, videos, and then list, and then template.js. So this videos list template is going to be just a functional component. So I'm going to say import React from React. We're going to need the style, so we need to add some stylings. And I'm not going to create a style sheet. I'm going to be using the one we have inside videos list. So it's going to be // and then videos list. I believe it was that, yeah, videos list.css. Okay, good. What else? We're going to have links. So import, then a link from React router DOM. What else? We're going to have card info. So I'm going to import card info from, and then .. and this card info / and card info. Everything looks nice. So I'm going to create this component. So it's going to be videos list template. You can name this whatever you want. And this one is going to be receiving the props, which is the themes and the actual data. So this one is going to be returning, we're going to be looping a list and then just returning. I'm going to do export, then default, and then videos, very good, list template. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to return, and then props.data, we're going to enter the data, and then that map, and we're going to map over that information. Now this one is going to be using an item and the iteration number. And of course, we will run something. Now this something is going to return something else. And in this case, it's going to be a link. Good. So this link is going to have a to, of course, because it's a link. So we're going to say to, open and close. And this one is going to be template strings. If you remember, the location of the article is going to be the ID of the article. So we say / videos, and then / and it's going to be item.id. Remember that if you don't know your ES6, at the end of the course, you have a complete ES6 course. So it's going to be key, of course, because whenever we loop something and return a list, we need to add a key. So we're going to pass the ID, or what you can do, you can pass the iteration. Completely up to you. What else? Okay, we're going to be adding, the markup, the boring stuff. So it's going to be, we're going to create a div, open and close. It's boring for most of people. I kind of like to create the markup. That's why I do this, and I don't do a lot of backend. I just rather do React and everything else than doing the backend. But again, you can decide. So it's video. I'm gonna create a class that is gonna be called video list item, and this one, let me do capital I, and this one is gonna be called wrapper. Okay, so this is gonna be the container. Video list item wrapper is going to be the container, and inside we can have two things. We can have an image and we can have the actual data. So we can use Flex to divide the container into two sections. So I'm going to create a div that is going to have a class name of styles.left, and this left is going to have a background image, and I'm going to put a div inside, just an empty div. So the left is going to have a background image. So I'm going to just do it right now. It's going to be style. It's going to be equal. And whenever we want to add inline styling, we do double curly braces. So we're going to have a background, and the background is going to take a URL. So it's going to be URL, and I believe it was inside images and videos. I believe that, yeah. So it's / images, then / then videos, then / and we add the ID that we have inside the database for each article. If I go right here to the v.json, with each video we have the image and then 8, the name of the image. That's good. So let's go back to videos template. It's going to be item image, and okay, this looks nice. I'm going to save it. What else? Oh, sorry. What else? We need to add the data that we have, at the right. So I'm going to go right here at the bottom. I'm going to say div, and it's going to be class name equal to open and close styles.right. Okay, and this one I'm just going to add the h2. We need the card info, but I'm going to first output something. Just to make sure that everything is working. So we can have the title as an H2. Okay. So right now you're getting an error message because videos list template, video template, it's not included inside a videos list. Let me make it right there, delete the buttons. So videos template, it's not included. I'm gonna include it right now. So okay, so it's gonna be in the same directory, import videos, and then list. I believe that was the name. Oh, videos template. Let me make this videos list template. Okay. So import videos list template from open and close / and videos list template. And okay, props is not defined. Let me check. So videos list template, and then let's go back. And it's because we don't have props. We are making use of props right here, and we are not passing it, but that's good. Okay, so, it's going there. We have the H3, but it's not displaying anything. Let's double check why. So props, data, the map, that is good. Let's try to console log and then props. We are doing some other console log. Let me delete it right here. I'm going to save it. And okay, so we get the array and the teams. So this should be at least returning something. Maybe the mistake is right here. Template, we are returning the template. Okay. Card, then card. Well, we should be getting something. That's weird. Let me pause the video and find the mistake. Okay guys, I found the problem. So the thing is that right here, whenever we return from this one, we are doing this map. And the map always needs to return something. And right here, I'm doing a function, but I'm not doing return. I'm not doing this. I'm not returning anything. If I do it, you know, we get it. Sorry for that. But it's good. You know, I didn't want to start all over again, do this, and stop the video and record it again. I want you to see my mistake so, you know, you can learn from it. So one other thing that you can do, you can just wrap everything inside inside parentheses and return something. You know, it's just going to return the JSX by itself. It's good. Same thing here. Okay, so now this works. It's really, really ugly. We're going to be adding the styles. So we're going to go to videos list and we're going to be adding the styles. So, okay, so what do we need to do? Right here we have a wrapper, is video list item. So I'm going to start there. So it's going to be a video. Let me just copy from here. Video list item wrapper. Going to paste it. And this one is going to be the flex container. So it's going to be display. And then it's going to be flex. What else? We're going to have a border. And then it's going to be border bottom of 2 pixels solid. And then just a kind of a grayish color, D5. There we go. Oh, there we go. D5, D5, D5. What else? We're going to have a background. And the background is going to be white, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to have the H2, you know, kind of working. This is an H2 tag. So we're going to make a reference to that H2. So I'm going to say H2. And this one is going to have a font and then size of 13 pixels, a little bit smaller. And then we're going to change the color to kind of a grayish 52, 52, 52. Oh, 52. There we go. Okay, looks a little bit better. So I'm going to go to the left, right here, dot left, which is the background size. You know, it's the image. So I'm going to say background size. Let me find it, background size, and it's going to be cover and then important. What else? We are not going to see it because we need to set the flex first. So first, I'm gonna grab the div that we have inside the left, which is going to be kind of the background, the play icon that we have right here. So I'm going to say that this has a width of 90 pixels. This will stretch everything. So we're going to have 90 pixels as well, just a square. We're going to have a background size, and the background size is going to be 40 pixels. And then we're going to say important. What else? We're going to have a background repeat. It's a tiny icon. So we're going to have background repeat and then no repeat. And then important. Okay, what else? Background position. So background position is going to be center, 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 and then again, important. And then we're gonna need to pass the background and the URL. You know, we have a tiny icon, so we need to pass the URL. I believe is gonna be inside images and then / and then just let me double check. It's gonna be images and then play.png and then close it. Let's go back. And you know, it's kind of working. We have some mistakes right here, but we're gonna fix it. So in the left, we have the play and the icon. You know, the play and the image of the article. But it's good. So I'm gonna make some space inside the right div. So I'm gonna say right, and then we're gonna give it a flex grow of 1 and a padding of 10 pixels. Okay, let's see. You know, that's nice. So the only thing missing right now is going to be the team name and the date. So we're gonna be adding that from card info. So this video went long already. We're gonna do that. We're gonna add the card info, and then we're gonna see what happens when we click on load more videos, and I'm gonna show you what's the problem with that. So let's go to the next one and finish the video section.